This is Joe's Corner 76. I will be discussing the human condition in all its phases. In order to be involved with it, you have to take part. Canada. It's a day or a time of decision. We definitely need a change now. We've never been under such a strain and stress on our national unity, our economic freedom, and our very sovereignty. I want to ask you one question. Do you think you're better off after 10 years of liberal rule? Are you more economically sound, or are you worse? Can you afford houses, or can't you? Have you found your food and energy bills increased? I think you will have. The question you now have is, who do you think for the next 5 years or more can improve the economy, save our sovereignty, help national unity, and answer the question in 5 years, are you better than you were 5 years ago? That's what you need to really decide. There are two clear choices this time. Nothing else. The Liberals, they've got Mark Carney. They say it's a new party. One, it's the same old gang. Two, they're still pushing net zero emissions. Carney has not changed that. He's used the hoodwink of reducing the carbon tax on consumers to zero. But remember, it's still there, it's not off the books. He's publicly stated that he's going to have a shadow carbon tax that you won't notice, but you're going to pay for. He's also said that he wants to put in place a tax on imports that come from other countries that do not meet our standards. Carney has not come out with a clear-cut statement as to how he plans to develop our energy in this country. He says we're going to have a national corridor and we got a real economic plan for it. But they have not promised to repeal the pipeline legislation that stops pipelines being built. They haven't proposed taking off the books the bill that prevents tankers on the West Coast from going back and forth with oil. They haven't proposed a short term for building natural liquid gas plants or pipelines. We don't know what they're going to do. They haven't told us. They've just said, trust me. They haven't given a clear-cut, in my opinion, time frame that's going to make us meet our 2% on national defense or more by a set date other than 2032. I'm telling you, we have to do it before. They haven't done their homework on what we need to do in terms of meeting Trump's deadlines, Trump's tariffs. He hasn't said, we will not let Canada be in the position of them being our major trading partner and ally from now on. We're going to focus on the world around us. Carney is not today's man. He's yesterday's man. He advised the Liberals for years, from 2020 and on. He still keeps his views on carbon tax. He still hasn't come clean other than stealing some ideas from the Conservatives, like getting rid of the carbon tax on consumers. That's what they said they would do. He's getting rid of the capital gains tax. That's what he said they would do. He's promised a reduction in income tax for individual families. That's what the Conservatives said they do. Where are the new plans? Where are the things that say, hey, we're the party of change, we're the party of renewal, we're the party that's going to put Canada on the map? I just don't buy it. I haven't seen it. They haven't given me a vision that thrills me. Now I've looked at the Conservatives. They've got a clear-cut plan on emissions. They've got a clear-cut plan on how they plan to build pipelines, how they plan to build liquid gas plants, how they plan to improve the time it takes to put mines, pipelines, and natural liquid gas plants online. They have come up with tax reductions. They promised to remove all carbon taxes, including on industries. They've said that they will use technical change to do it. And I believe that's the way to go. If you make it economically feasible, which the government can do simply by saying, hey, if you do this, we'll give you that tax break. He said he wants money to come back to Canada. He's going to cut corporate taxes to do that. He's going to cut individuals' taxes to do that. He's come out clearly for a strong military presence. By the way, he's come out for the reversal of the crime legislation that the Liberals have in with their catch and release policy of serious criminals. They haven't. He's come out quite clearly and said, we will not have free drug zones. They're going to be gone. We'll spend the money on treatment. They haven't. He's given us the pledge not to spend money unless he can get $1 for every dollar that he spends from current government plans. He has told us quite clearly how he's going to reduce our spending, cut the consultants, cut the size of the bureaucracy, cut foreign aid, and look for every change that he can in the budget. He has given me the clear impression that he realizes one thing I don't think the Liberals have in the last 10 years. It's our damn money, not theirs. I think he knows that. I think he relates more to the common man than Mark Carney. I think, in essence, what we've got is, on one hand, the same old thing with some smoke and mirrors, and if you get them in and you give them the majority, boy oh boy, they can do what they want. It's the same old gang. On the other hand, you've got an alternative, a clear-cut alternative. It will be a change. So today, we're on the precipice. Do we want to fall over, pushed by the Liberals? Or do we want Canada pulled back by the Conservatives? I'm telling you, this is an election like one we haven't had in many, many years. We cannot afford to vote with our emotion. We cannot afford to vote with anything but our minds. And logic tells me, maybe it'll tell you, there's only one choice. And you know, if you say, well, who knows? We don't know. But with what we've had for the last 10 years, and the appearances of it maybe going on for another 5 years, stop and ask yourself, do you want to be better off in 5 years or worse? I think with the Conservatives you'll be better off because they've told you how you will be better off. I don't think you'll be better off with the Liberals. If you look at their smokescreen for even the budget. They're going to have two ways, capital and what they spend. They're going to hide their deficit. Pierre said he's going to reduce it. Hey, I'm just an average guy. But I like my country. I want to keep it the way it is. I like how Pierre said he's going to limit immigration. I like his stand on crime. I like his stand on drugs. I like his stand on carbon emissions. I like his stand on pipelines. I like his stand on liquefied natural gas plants. I like his stand on the military. I truly believe he's the leader that, one, can improve our economy, two, can put us back on the world stage, three, who can stand up to Trump and quite clearly say, hey buddy, no way. If you want a clear-cut choice, get out and vote. You can follow me on Facebook, X, and Instagram. You can hear me on Spotify and on YouTube at Joe's Corner 76. If you like this podcast, tell your friends, and please subscribe to my channel on YouTube at Joe's Corner 76.